It's week 3 of the National Football League, where we'll see two of the NFL's oldest and most storied franchises. It's the Lions and the Cards, and it's all up next.
On a spot of land that was once desert, now stands the city of Glendale, and a building filled to the brim with fans, State Farm Stadium. Glad you could join us, everyone. Alongside Brock Hewitt up in the booth, I'm Kate Scott. And this contest isn't quite the level matchup that typical good games are born from, partner. One side clearly favored over the other.
Yeah, well, you know where this comes from? A trap game, that's where this comes from. In any sport, from the NFL to basketball to soccer, playing at home, we know this can be the great equalizer that gives the steepest underdogs a fighting chance, and you can feel it in the building today.
I was going to say, you can already hear this home crowd rallying support of that upset. The punter, Jack Fox, to get this one started. And away we go in Glendale. Here's Greg Dortch with the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. So here are the Cardinals now, headed out for their first drive. They'll be led out by the 60-year pro and former #1 overall pick out of Oklahoma, Kyler Murray.
Some tough luck last week for this quarterback, Kate. 2 touchdowns, the 1 interception, and you just know the way it works. These coaches love to tell us they always think about the losses. They sting way more than the wins. It's the same thing with the quarterback. He's not thinking about the touchdowns. He's thinking about correcting that interception and knowing right here he's got to play some clean ball.
Ready to start this drive with Connor. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. Second down. From the gun, it's Murray. Makes the connection to James Conner. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Aiden Hutchinson, energetic as always after making the stick.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to...
Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. That tackle made by the rookie from Penn State. Well, they scrambled back on top of the fumble. They lose a ton, though, and now they've got 4th down coming up.
Yeah, recovering it really only brought you one more play. But with how much they lost on that play, well, here come the special teams. And now, well, now they got to be special.
The Cardinals out for the punt. And he's in a real tough spot for his first kick. He punted a couple of times last week in their loss, and now gets this one away. And he'll make the fair catch. Didn't make it to the 50. This one just short of midfield. So now it's the Lions' turn to head out for the first time on offense. And leading them out in his 9th NFL season, he experienced a real resurgence last year. It's Jared Goff.
2 numbers that a lot of people were focused on from his performance last week. That would be 3 and 0, as in touchdowns and interceptions. That's a quarterback who was efficient, aggressive in the right spots, but he took great care of the football. And of course, well, he cares less about those 2 numbers. He's more about the alphabet, like that letter W, picking up the win in that ball game.
And they're going to bring him down after a good gain to the 40. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run, in need of some attention. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Another one for Gibbs. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
First down throw from Goff. Finds his man. It's Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Ooh, I like that call. I really like it with those sticks. You can keep them on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the first down.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Again, it's Gibbs. Broke through the tackle. And he will get this to the end zone for a Detroit touchdown. The Lions get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do. But to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
Bates tacks on the extra point. And the Lions will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Fox now to kick this one away. Dortch now to return it. Big lick from the coverage team there. That's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. Now we get set to see the Cardinal offense for the 2nd time. And they haven't gotten their legs under them on offense just yet, Brock. 3 plays and a punt on their opening drive. Murray here on 1st down. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's tackled for a short gain. Now following that completion, we see a man shaken up. Officials calling for a pause as he gets looked at. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Pressure coming. It's Murray. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
Blake Gillikin on to punt. And he's getting the call for the 2nd time this game. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. It's a 61-yard punt that time. And the Lions will go on offense. Detroit getting its offense set for their 2nd drive. And they take the field exactly where they want it to be, Brock. Up a touchdown early and with the home crowd a little quieter than normal.
I'm not going to lie to you, Kate. I think most quarterbacks, competitors love playing on the road when they do just this. Just quiet them. Right? Turn them against their own team. They were quiet after that opening touchdown. You score another one, they're going to start to murmur, and we might even hear a few boo birds.
On 1st down, it's Gibbs. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Gibbs now from the gun. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Sending the tight end in motion left. 2nd and 8. It's taken in by Washington. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
You know, Kate, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
It's Montgomery on third. And the defense was ready. They got him at the line. No gain on the play. That brings up a tough decision for them on fourth down.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense, it just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, it sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2. They'll go for it. Goff. He finds him beyond the marker. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. They hit him for 5 yards on 4th down and get the successful conversion. A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. Off the gut they go with Gibbs. And defenders are there to get him at the line. That was B.J. Ojulari on the stop. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
2nd and 10 now. Has him on the quick hitter. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. Third and a lone yard coming up. Handoff to Gibbs from the gun. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. A 5-yard gain on the play. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
1st down, and they go right back to him. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, Goff. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Cardinals are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
I know he started the play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he baited obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. That would make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion. I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
Second and 6 coming up here. Right back to Connor. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Alex Anzalone there on the stop. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes him to 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, here's Murray. This will be cut by Connor. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
They'll punt it away again. Blake Gillikin coming back to the field. And he's had a very busy game already, Brock. 3rd time they've called on him as he gets this away. We've got a stoppage now. There was a player shaking up on that return, so we'll take a brief break as they tend to him. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. It gives to Montgomery to start the drive. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
This is Gibbs on 2nd down. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Williams with a quick pass out wide. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Shotgun snap here to Goff. Throw left side, and St. Brown has it. And they take him down at the 24-yard line. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Out of the shotgun, Goff. Complete beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They pick up 20 yards there. And that gives the Lions the 1st.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. They go play action with Goff. That's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Budda Baker bringing that one to an end. There's an injury out there after the play, and that's Amon-Ra St. Brown, who's being looked at by the medical staff. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And he gets this beyond the midfield stripe and onto the Cardinals side of the field. Call it 4 yards, and they're set up with a manageable 3rd and 2. Here's Gibbs on the carry. And they take him down after just a small gain on the final play of the 1st. We will not get another play in here. That's going to do it for quarter number 1. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return to State Farm Stadium in just a moment. Back and beginning the 2nd quarter. Lions in possession. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Goff to the air now. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. And they corral him well behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, I think you know the only thing redeeming about that play, Kate.
They got the ball back.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, they got the ball back, but a whole lot longer down in distance.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Another try following the sack. Hits him on the out route.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver could easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
And there's an extra DB out there on the field now for the Cardinals. 3rd down coming. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And now they're staring at 4th and long. The Lions readying for the punt. He bunted 3 times in the win last week, and this one is away. The Arizona offense about set to get going here. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock, but what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
On 1st and 10, it's Murray. He's on the move. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
The first down carry for Connor. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Tossing this out to Connor. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop him behind the line.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
And that will not be enough for a first down.
You know, that's a situation. May have worked out better if he'd thrown the ball. His running ability gets him a chunk of yards, but still some work to do to get that first down.
Here's Blake Gillikin on for the punt. Deep for the Lions, Khalif Raymond. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. And a fair catch made here at the 17. The Lions and Jahmyr Gibbs back out on offense. And that front is really going to need to buckle down and provide some more opposition because he's gotten off to an excellent start here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. I'll start on the ground with Gibbs. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Tackle there from Dalvin Tomlinson. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. It's Gibbs on the carry. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A gain of about 3, so a third of what they needed. 3rd and 6 coming up.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the first down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
First down, ball at the 36. Now Gibbs. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Goff setting to throw. Throw complete to Williams. And he gets him around 6 there. Buda Baker bringing that one to an end. So after that completion, we've got a player in some visible discomfort. And here come the trainers to get him some help. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. Here's a give to Gibbs. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. They send the tight end in motion. Goff on 1st and 10. Completed over the middle. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
On the ground, it's a give to Gibbs. And they bring him down around the 34. Give him 4 yards there, and they only need one more now on third down. A give to Gibbs. And they take him down right along the 30. It's a gain of 4 there. And that'll be first down, Detroit.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
And he'll get this down to the 23-yard line before they stop him. Man, he's been having a great first half, really playing a key role so far in this offense.
But you know and I know what's coming, Kate. We call them adjustments, right? You hit a homer, you take that fastball deep, you're not going to see it anymore. And you get run on like this, the defense is going to make some adjustments at halftime.
Has it at the 7. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. They'll have first and goal to go now after they gain 18 on the previous play.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
This offense in position now. It's first and goal. Motion man sent left. First and goal. Here's Gibbs. Is in for the Detroit touchdown. The Lions pull that in front further, 13-zip. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Fox now to kick this one away. On the return, here's Jones. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Out had the Cardinals now on offense. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. They're out and set, first and 10. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Into the hands of Michael Wilson. And he crosses the sideline a yard or 2 beyond, it looks like the 30.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3. His throw finds Marvin Harrison Jr. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. The drive picks up here, first and 10. From the gun, it's Murray. Throw is there, Trey McBride. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's a Cardinals first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Shotgun handoff to Connor. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Alex Anzalone there on the stop. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. Here's Kyler to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. That one intended for Trey McBride. And now they need to get 4 on third down. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Kate, it's pretty clear, isn't it? It's this constant pressure that this defense has imposed on this offense to keep them out of rhythm and build up this lead. This offense is not going to author a comeback if this quarterback continues to run for his life.
Out now is Gillikin to handle the punt. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. And he can't hurt you with the return if you just kick it out of bounds, right? This one flies out right around the 15-yard line. The Lions and this running back headed back out for a new series. They're already on a modest little winning streak here. Currently in position to stretch it to 3 games as they take the field again. First down throw from Goff. And not a great choice on first down. It's incomplete, nearly intercepted, actually, so 2nd down coming up.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Running it with Gibbs. And he's going to be out of bounds, I think, a yard or 2 short of the 20 here. They get about 4 there, need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation. Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And he's calling for a fair catch, which is made at the 33-yard line. We don't get a return out of that punt. And it'll be Cardinals football. The Cardinals in possession of it once again. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. Running to start this drive with Connor. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 37. Got his man, that's Zay Jones. And he'll get it up to the 44. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down. Now Kyler. He'll get this one to Connor. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss. And the Lions get him. Down he goes. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Straight ahead, it's Connor. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
Much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
They're out now, ready to punt it. And this is the 5th time he's been called upon today. And he sends this away, definitely his best kick of the game thus far. And he'll bring in this fair catch at the 13. The Lions back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Goff. That's to the sideline. It's a catch by Williams. It's a pickup of 26. And that gives the Lions the first.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
From the 39 now, after that explosive start to this drive. On first down, it's Goff. Lays out left side and gets it. Detroit calls timeout. It's second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Football on that 47-yard line, first down. From the gun, Goff. It's taken in by Williams. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Throwing again, it's Goff. And this one falls incomplete. Still 17 seconds left to play. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
And he's up across 200 yards now in this opening half. That's beyond simply a good start for him. This is the type of game where he's been taking the lead on carrying his offense forward however he can. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. And oh, he got it! Interception! Jalen Thompson makes the play. And the Cardinals make the defensive stand and come through with a turnover in the final moments of the half.
You know, Kate, one of the tenets of the West Coast system that I was fortunate to play in, touchdown to check down. Touchdown to check down. You get in the red zone, it's touchdown to check down. You can't put the ball in harm's way. That's a brilliant job by the defense with their coverage, baiting the quarterback into the throw, but you got to sail that one into the stands. Touchdown or check down. You can't possibly give an interception in that situation.
That brings us to the break, and it's the visiting Lions holding an early advantage. Now we'll send things over to Orlando, Florida. Jonathan Coachman on standby, ready to deliver the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. More from you and Brock in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll begin our tour out at Nissan Stadium in Nashville, where it was the Titans who get the win at home. Tajay Spears, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And things didn't work out so well as they fall to the visiting New England Patriots. Ramondre Stevenson, a touchdown run in the victory. Finally, let's get to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And it was the visiting Chicago Bears who come away with the victory. Caleb Williams leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. In the first half, it was the Alabama man, Jahmyr Gibbs, who had it cooking. He's over 100 yards rushing for the game already and found the end zone twice as well. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break, but I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come.
Moore with a return. He's got a lane up past the 30. Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33. The visitors returning their offense and this running back to the field. And I think we can agree the plan to keep him out of the end zone, it hasn't quite worked so well for this defense, at least not yet. He scored twice, really been the one his group can turn to for a spark or a big play when they've needed it.
Hey, you go into halftime with a double-digit lead, your number one objective, and they'll all say it in that locker room, it's 0-0 to begin the second half. So you want to come out firing the same way you did in that first half. And that kick returner, he took matters into his own hands.
They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Mark.
Jonathan Gannon considering a challenge. Yep, he's going to throw the flag.
Previous play is under review.
We're all watching that sideline here, seeing where those feet came down.
And no matter what they rule here, Kate, that was an outstanding effort just to make the catch.
Yeah.
Now we got to look and see, did he get both feet in with possession?
Well, that didn't break out how they thought it would, and they're going to lose the first of their 3 timeouts for their trouble. They go play action with Goff. Caught by his back. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
Going to the ground again on first. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Got Williams, and it's complete. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Gibbs will not get past the line. He's held up at the 4.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Shotgun snap here to Goff. And they will score. Touchdown, Detroit! The Lions grow the lead coming out of halftime. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
Bates now for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Lions stretch their lead to 21. Fox now to kick this one away. Dortch now to return it. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Cardinals' offense making its way out. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. Escapes the pocket. Now he takes it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And it'll be first down, Arizona. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. First and 10, Murray. McBride hauls it in. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Kirby Joseph up for the stop.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. With third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset?
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the first down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
To the line we go. They're set, first and 10. From the red zone now. Bails out of the pocket quick. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep it moving forward.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Rolling left, and the ground game works for the touchdown. The Cardinals start the second half with some needed points. It's a Kyler Murray touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
That one right down the middle. And the Cardinals get it back to a 14-point game. The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Moore with a return. And this return is brought to a halt just across the 10. The visitors and Jared Goff set to take over on offense once again. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has it with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. On first down, it's Gibbs. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
And they take him down at the 24-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that'll be first down, Detroit.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
Out of the shotgun, Goff. Into the hands of Gibbs. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Buda Baker bringing that one to an end.
You know, you compare and contrast stats over the decades, Kate. One thing you see is the completion percentages are through the roof. In this day and age, compared to the 60s and the 70s, a big reason is just completions like that. Utilizing every one of your eligible receivers. That time, a running back in the flat.
He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Play brought to an end by Jordan Whitehead. So now here's 3rd and 5. Goff to the air now. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 22 on that one. And that gives the Lions the first.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it. by adding all the extra yardage.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. In off to Gibbs from the gun. And finally, they bring him down. He shook off a couple of defenders there on a nice pickup. 1st down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Again, it's Gibbs. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Play brought to an end by Jordan Whitehead. Give him 4 yards there, and they only need 1 more now on 3rd down. Another one for Gibbs. And they make the stop, we're going to say at about the 37-yard line. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains.
A split second, all that kept the defense from making a stand right there. It's amazing, man. This game of inches and split-second reactions. A nice bit of burst, surge forward for enough to go get that first by a couple before they could finally drag him down.
And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They give up the gut to Montgomery. He locates a couple of yards through that chaos. Long-time standout Calais Campbell there for the stop. 2 yards on the pickup, and that leaves him with 3rd down and 3. Throwing is gone. Complete beyond the marker. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. That's a pickup of 9. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Off the gut they go with Gibbs. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Motion man is the tight end here, going left. This is Gibbs on 2nd down. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And he made a bid for it. It's a good gain that's stopped down at the 3. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And in a rarity today, he's stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on 2nd down, and they need 2 here on 3rd. Gibbs now from the gun. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Lions stretch their lead to a 3-score advantage. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. In baseball, it's 3 strikes and you're out. I know you experienced that a lot, but on the gridiron, you're feeling pretty happy, right? If you could strike the end zone 3 times in one game.
Yeah, I'd rather go hockey and soccer. That's just the positive guy in me. They call that a hat trick. It's worth celebrating.
Look at you.
And yeah, they should celebrate this effort.
Point after up and good from Bates. And the Lions stretch their lead to 21. Fox now to kick this one away. Dortch now to return it. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Following the kick return, we've got somebody shaken up, so we're going to get a stoppage here as he's attended to. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Oh, trying forcing it to the slant. It's intercepted. Asante Samuel Jr. makes the play.
Hey, listen, when you're throwing down the middle of the field, you have got to be crystal clear in your vision. There are so many defenders that can get into those zones. That might be a case of the QB there trying to do a little bit too much and certainly didn't see the defender who comes up with the big interception.
This offense running out for a new series, led by their running back. And I'm pretty sure, Brock, they hadn't even all sat down on that sideline yet to rest. And now they're right back out there with a great chance to repeat their last touchdown.
And you will take that every day of the week and twice on Sundays. You don't mind at all. You got that defense right now reeling after the touchdown. Look at where they start with the football now.
And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
Off play action, Goff. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
Oh, those linebackers. Those linebackers. They seem to be in the thick of every play and some of the quickest reaction times out there. He needed a quick reaction there to get a finger on the throw. It changed its direction.
And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line. A gain of 11 on the play. And the Lions 1st down.
That excitement brings us to the end of the quarter. They'll have a shiny new set of downs to play with to start the 4th. It's Lions football, and they've got to be happy about this lead to start the 4th. Offense set for a 1st and 10. Now Gibbs. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Gonna be 2nd down.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And he will score. It's a Detroit touchdown. The Lions keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. It's a Sam Laporta touchdown. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
That one splits the uprights, and the Lions continue piling on to this lead. Fox now to kick this one away. On the return, here's Jones. This return makes it up to the 25. The Arizona offense ready to get things going again. They are coming off their 1st interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. That's knocked away by a defender. Incomplete. Broken up by a big guy at the line. So it's 2nd down coming up. Operating from the gun. Here's Murray. That's complete. Here's Connor. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a Cardinals first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard
Back to the air, Murray. This will be caught by Connor. And he goes out, just needed one more step there to reach midfield.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
From the gun, it's Murray. He's got Harrison. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And it'll be first down, Arizona. They'll throw it again. This one quickly to Harrison. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
The first down carry for Connor. And he's brought down for a loss.
On these first and 10 calls, defenses are always keyed in that a run might be coming their way. And as soon as the QB turned to give the ball, the entire defense came crashing in to bury them for a loss.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Right back to Connor. And they make the tackle at the 28-yard line. Give him a yard back on the play. Now it's third and 10. He gets it out left, and it's caught. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, that's one of the moments as a QB, you just feel like those defenders are in your huddle. To drop them for a loss on third down can't happen. That's an incredibly quick read by the defense.
Offense staying out here. It's 4th and 11. They snap it to Murray. He finds him beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Blitz coming here, Brock. It's Murray. And look at the footwork there. Touchdown. The Cardinals making the scoreboard look a touch better. Trey McBride, the touchdown. Wow, just fantastic work there. Tiptoeing along the back line. The concentration was there. Great catch for 6.
Yeah, the concentration and the body control. I don't know how these receivers do it in this day and age. There's no space to work with, yet they have such an awareness to secure it first, tap dance the line, and go get that touchdown.
The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Moore with a return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The visitors headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns. Good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can. Putting together quite the game for himself in the process. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. It gives to Montgomery to start the drive. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Here's a give to Gibbs. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that gives the Lions the first.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3. Second down now, 7 to go. They'll go right side with Gibbs.
Hey, don't get me wrong, Kate. Every defensive guy, they watch tape in their own ways. But linebackers, well, they're a little bit like quarterbacks. They got to develop that sixth sense by watching that tape so they can diagnose and get home in a hurry like he just did.
That is caught along the sideline, and he gets the feet down. Wow!
A gain of 15. First down, Lions.
Jonathan Gannon considering a challenge. Yep, he's going to throw the flag.
Previous play is under review.
Well, we're going to see how much of a sideline maven he is, Brock. This one very close, whether he got the feet down or not.
And I'm so impressed by all these mavens because you've got to make that transition from college where 1 foot, you're good.
Yep.
But not at this level. You've got to be a ballerina. You got to get those toes both in, and the replay booth will be the judge of it.
So even after the second look, the call remains the same, and with it, they're officially out of challenges. On first down, they'll run with Montgomery. And he can only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line.
The one thing I can say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. On the ground, it's a give to Gibbs. And in a rarity today, he stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and that brings up 3rd and 9.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Drive in dire straits, it's 3rd and 9. From the gun, Goff. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Has the direction, but not the distance. It falls just short. And the lead does not change. It's still 21 points.
Something I would have never said 20 years ago, Kate, when I started this business, but it rattles through my big old noggin now. That miss really has an effect on fantasy football owners more than anybody else. Imagine the poor soul somewhere, anywhere, who ends up losing in fantasy this week, specifically because of that miss.
The Cardinals with some nice field position to start off this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. Kyler looking to throw. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
Well, the pressure, boy, that sped that whole play up, didn't it? And it opened up a wide range of outcomes. A hurried throw almost ended up an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack.
Hits him on the in route. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Desperation time here on 4th. Has the connection to Jones. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here. He'll get this one to Connor. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Brought down back at the 43-yard line.
2nd and 13. Dumped off to his running back. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Flushed out of the pocket. They'll make a bid for it on the ground. And they take him down right along the 30. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. Gets this one to Harrison. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. And this one won't get close. They make the stand and force that turnover on downs.
Hey, I get it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
Now the Lions offense gets ready to return to the field. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays have followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. We'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. It's the 2-minute warning from Glendale. Lions looking at a 3-0 start to the season. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Coming right is Gibbs. And they limit this to a minimal gain to around the 34. 3 yards the pickup, now it's 3rd and 8. A give to Gibbs. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him 3 on the play. It's going to be 5 to go on 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Punt team on the field. Jack Fox will kick it away. He signals for the fair catch and brings it in. That punt goes unanswered, no return there. And the Cardinals will have to start from deep within their own territory. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Now Kyler. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
You know, Kate, that was one of those situations where you hear a quarterback having a clock, right? You know, and he had enough time in the pocket, but then it was like, okay, time is running out, and I got to do something. He did not force a throw and risk a pick. Instead, he just got rid of it and cut his losses.
Oh, he's in trouble here, and he'll go down. The Lions got him. The Cardinals are going to use the last of their timeouts. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
You know, one thing I noticed, Kate, coaching youth football, everybody wants their kid to play quarterback. That is, until they get knocked to the mat. And that's now 5 sacks in this game, let alone the number of times the quarterback's been flushed as well. Not everybody is built to play quarterback.
And he'll haul in this punt. Fair catch made at the 45-yard line. No return on that punt. And the Lions will go on offense. New set of downs for him from the 46. On first down, it's Gibbs. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that'll be first down, Detroit.
And the Lions first down.
So the Lions get the win on the road. And they're continuing to survive among the final remaining unbeaten teams across the NFL, as they're now up to a 3-0 start. So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. It's a win for the Lions, as we say so long from Glendale.